This is a Naruto deck building. Um, the deck ratio. Now I have somewhat of a golden ratio that I mentally think of when I build my decks, but I do vary my ratios from that golden ratio. So the golden ratio will be 30 ninjas. Yeah, so that's what it was. 9 missions, 9 jutsus, and 2 clients. Sorry about that. 2 clients is like the basic ratio, in your extra deck is whatever you put in there, which is up to, I think the number was 10. I noticed I have 11 in here, but I think the number is up to 10. But anyway, so that's the number ratio of like ninjas versus jutsus and missions and clients, because of all the different types of card types, honorable mention tools, right? In from fan sets. But the thing is that you want to have at least half of your ninjas be. Okay, I want to point out that the old rule books, I noticed there's a difference from the old rule books and slightly newer rule books, like the updated rule books. The older ones said up to 25 ninjas, but most of the newer and more recent rule books don't even specify how many ninjas you can have in your deck, so it doesn't seem like they have a specific number they want you to go to. It's like you could literally have 50 ninjas in your deck according to the newer rule books. But you want to have jutsus, you want to have missions, you want to have clients and honorable mention tools. So you want to have a variety of cards to play with, since you can only deploy 1 ninja per turn, play 1 mission per turn, play 1 client per turn. Jutsus, you can play as many as you want per turn, and you can play them at any time, turn 0 and up. But your missions, your clients, and your jutsu, your missions, your clients, and your ninjas have to be played at specific turns. And turn 0 is very important because that's the beginning of the game. You want to make sure that you have at least 1 turn 0 to start off. After that, it doesn't matter if you have no more turn 0s after that. You need to start the game off with at least 1 turn 0. That's normally what you want. Then you want a turn 1, turn 2, and so forth and so forth. So since half your deck would be 30 ninjas, if you're going with that ratio, then half of those 30 ninjas should be at least turn 0s and 1s, a combination of 0s and 1s. That way you have a roughly 30 to 35, maybe 40% chance of getting at least 1 turn 0 to start off with. You do have the mulligan. You can mulligan twice, but you want to reduce the chances of you having to mulligan because you lose a card every time you mulligan. And you want to make sure that you have a nice strong hand. You want to start off with your 6-card hand and play your 6-card hand. You don't want to reduce that hand. So you want to increase your chances of getting a turn 0 ninja to start off with. So since you want to be close to half of the 30 ninjas, that means you want to get close to the number 15 when it comes to turn 0s and 1s. After that, it doesn't matter much. You can have as many turn 2s, 3s, like you have a very small amount. You just want more 0s and 1s than you want 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and higher. Because those, you would draw them eventually, search them out with card effects. You would play them eventually, but you definitely want to start the game off. Turn 0s and 1, turn 0, turn 1, and then try to get up to turn 2, 3, 4 afterwards. Because you can play all your turn 0s and 1s in your turn 2 and your turn 3 and 4, so you don't really need turn 2 or turn 3 ninjas Like, you don't need a lot of them, just a couple, because your turn zeros and ones should be pretty good. But anyway, so I'm trying to get to the number 15. So you can play 9 turn zeros and then 6 turn ones. So in here you can see I have Messenger Ninja and I have Utaka. I only have 2 turn zeros, so there's 6 turn zeros in this deck. And then we get to my turn ones, which is Naruto Clone, Inkfish, and Rock Lee. So that right there is 9 turn ones and 6 turn zeros, which adds up to 15. So half my ninjas, as you can see, is 30 ninjas. Half of my ninjas are turn zeros and ones. I got more ones. I got more ones than zeros, but still, at least half my ninjas are zeros and ones, so I have a higher chance of playing something turn 0, turn 1, and get the game started. Before I get into a turn 2, which is Gamachi, and then turn 3, I got a couple turn 3s, then I go into a turn 4s, and then I got a turn 5, a 6, and a 7, which aren't that many copies, because it'll take a couple turns to get to them, or to be able to play them, so you're going to be playing a lot of turn zeros, turn 1s, 2s and 3s, before you even get to the bigger numbers. And then for, you see I have 12 missions, because I play a lot of missions, and I got like 5 jutsus, but you want at least 9 jutsus, and 9 missions, so that right there will be 18 cards, and then 2 clients, just to take up the last 2 slots, so you could just throw in any 2 extra cards at the end, so you can have a 50 card deck, but you can throw in another 1 mission card, 1 jutsu card that you're taking in, so you can have 10 missions, 10 jutsus. It's up to you. You can go with the 2 copies of every mission route, pick 5 mission cards, pick 2 of each, 2 copies of each, and right there you got 10 missions, and do the same thing with your jutsu, so that's another ratio you can go with. But as you can see in this deck, I have 3 clients, 5 jutsus, so that right there is 8, plus the 12 missions, that's 20, and then the 30 ninjas, that's 50. So that's the ratio that I went with. You can see I got 1 turn 7, 1 turn 6, 1 turn 5 ninja, 1 turn 4 ninja toads. So you see I got 1 of each. I don't have like 3 copies of each. Only got 1 of each. Because of their high cost and their late game play cards. So I don't need them at the beginning of the game. So that's the golden ratio, which is 30 ninjas, 9 jutsus, 9 missions, and 2 clients, or just 2 extra cards. And then you work from there, and you cut it down, step by step. Let me show you another deck. Here you can see I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got Hanari, Utaka, Hinata, and Hotaru. So right there, that's 12 turn zeros. Before I get to my Tamari and my Karen, which are my turn 1s, and there's 6 there, so 6 plus the 12, that's 18, so that's a little over the 15 ninja mark. But then we get into my 3s. I totally skipped turn 2 and just go into 3s and 4s, and then I got the 6 and 7s. But at least you can see half, or a little over half, my ninjas are turn 0s and 1s, so that way I can, guarantee I can start the game off with some ninjas and start building up my teams. And then I got 18 missions in this deck, no jutsus, and then I got 3 clients. So 3 clients, 18 missions, so that's 21 plus 29 ninjas instead of the 30 ninjas. And right there is 15 cards in my deck. So as you can see, the ratios are roughly close to the golden ratio. Just some decks have certain strategies that I'm going with. I prefer missions over jutsu, so the whole mission and mission jutsu ratio is not that important. It was just something I started off with, to get the hang of the game. But once I got the hang of the game and understood the game more, I started seeing that I prefer missions over jutsus. There's counter missions, so counter missions because they're kind of like jutsus. They're mission cards, so you can use them with your opponent's turn. So there's certain 0 cost and 1 cost and 2 cost missions, counter missions that I'd rather play. You see here the Taijutsu Turbo deck has 30 ninjas, 18 missions, and 2 jutsus. So that right there adds to 50. Let's see how many turn 0s I got in here. 1, 2, 3. So I got 9 turn 0s and 1, 2. So I got 6 turn 1s. Then I got 1 turn 2, 1 turn. Well, actually, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 turn 4s. So I got 16 turn 4 ninjas. So that's the ratio of this deck. 18 missions, 2 jutsus, and then I got an extra deck. But I just want to showcase that there's the golden ratio, which was the 30 ninjas, the 9 jutsus, the 9 missions, and the 2 clients, or the 2 whatever cards you want to throw in there, or 2 cards. Honorable mention from the fan sets. You can do whatever you want, whatever works best for you. Because let me show you something real quick. Of course I started off with the golden ratio, but then I went beyond that with my Kankuro Puppets deck because I wanted more ninja puppets in the deck, so the ratio is much higher. So I got 39 ninjas, so 9 more ninjas than I normally would have because 9 more puppets. So you can see there's a lot of puppets in there. Plus I got more than just the Sasori or the Yaoki and the Kankuro manipulation ninjas. I also have Sananbu, Ibizu, and Chiyo as manipulation ninjas, so that way I can combo them with the puppets, because you need the manipulation ninjas with the puppets in order for the puppets to be usable in combat. Because I use more puppets in this deck, you see there's less missions, so I got 6 missions. Enos Tears and Master of the Weapons, so that's the only missions I'm using. And then I do have 5 jutsus, 3 Threats of the Puppets, which is a really good card. It helps me swarm the field. I'm already going to swarm, but if my opponent breaks my board, then I can use this to build my board back up and hit my opponent back hard. So it's more of a comeback card, so I don't need too many jutsus. Master of the Weapons is a permanent, so this will allow me to put more puppets into play if my opponent happens to have 2 or more ninjas in play than me. So if they have more advantage on the field than I do, then I can start putting more puppets into play through the effective masters of the weapons. So that's a really nice tech card for me to have in there. Xenos Tears, all these puppets here are wins, so it'd be easy to use Xenos Tears to search out what I need. And Night Attack staple, jutsu that I like to use. I don't use that many jutsus, but when I do, it's Night Attack. He does kind of look like the Dos Equis guy. Anyway, and then you got the extra deck. So you see, depending on your strategy and your main focus will determine how you vary the golden ratio, which again will be 30 ninjas, 9 missions, 9 jutsus, and 2 climbs, which is my golden ratio. You can create your own. You can modify my ratio to fit your needs, and that's the end of the video.